place, and there's a way, and there's a purpose. Now, we need to go to your video clip because we're starting to get some warnings from over here.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Now remember, Janae, we didn't start on time.
That's
so
right.
Okay.
You didn't get us started.
Go ahead, Noah, if you can play that. And there is audio. And as you're seeing this is also an example of collaboration on campus. This was produced by 2 students from our visual and audio department in our Fine Arts Academy. They came and filmed and they edited and they gave credit there.
It has to be able to pass through doors that are 48 inches in width. So we made our cart 26 inches wide so that a person could walk next to it.
It couldn't weigh more than 150 pounds before it did. And we lowered it, like you said we were, and now it weighs 128 pounds.
First requirement for the car has to weigh less than 150 pounds. And we have aluminum 6061, which allows our cart to be only 135 pounds.
The cart must be designed in a manner in which it will not tip over. And so the center of gravity is very low, and it's also, when we did the test, it was exactly in the center of the cart.
We made the cart out of aluminum because it's lightweight and it's also strong and non-magnetic and non-sparking.
What you're going to be seeing over the next few minutes is some capturing of film that was the collaboration of a project put together by Sandia National Labs and Rancho High School's engineering program. This is Innovate, Educate, New Mexico Week. What Sandia National Labs and I worked out was a project that they would bring to our kids. Sandia National Labs was our customer, and our students worked on real, relevant projects. They were given specifications, there was dialogue, and that collaboration of building that project and opening that door for the learner really made it an incredibly powerful thing. Now look, we are trying to talk to you today about giving you as industry leaders, university personnel, example of how to collaborate and work together to create real, relevant, pertinent things for STEM students all across our state. Now, we have been going on field trips for years, and you guys have been, the industry's been opening their doors, and we've been able to take kids into the Sandia National Labs and the Lockheed Martins and the Honeywells and the Intels, and we've been inviting you into our classrooms, talking to our kids and visiting and sharing what math and science and technology and engineering kind of things you do in your career path, in your daily work, so that they can get insight while they're sitting in high school in those classes as to how powerful those core curriculum values are. What we're showing you today is that our high school students develop skills to a level that they can actually provide a product to you, the industry. You don't have to work with just university students anymore. Sandia National Labs brought us a project. Our kids delivered that product, and final evaluation certificates were handed out, and it's made an impact on Sandia National Labs. We hope to be able to continue this type of thing. This is the type of example that you can bring to students that need real application. They're not being engaged in their math and science, reading and writing classes as well as they could be. If we can focus these core curriculum toward a career pathway, say like engineering, that shows them how that's relevant, teaching those lessons at just the right time so that they can use their math, their science, their reading, their writing, their orating to create a product. And this is a great example. It's been a great 3 days. Yesterday we connected. Today we're collaborating. Tomorrow we're going to be competing as we continue to innovate the educational opportunities for New Mexico students across our great state.
Okay, so Paul, I know you've got a couple of instructors that are former Boeing engineers.
I have 5 engineers teaching high school students in my academy.
And that's incredible, and I'm finding that more and more across the country, that particularly second career folks are coming out of the STEM industries. They've discovered Project Lead the Way, and they want to get involved, and they make incredibly exciting teachers. The other thing I wanted to check with you, have you put the capstone course in place yet?
It's in place. We just didn't get the funding for the materials for the products of the students, so we didn't do it this year. But
somebody better step up for
funding.
The capstone course, just a quick comment here, then I want to go to Anthony Hyde from New Mexico State University, because he's been such a gentleman, he won't jump in. But the capstone course is a senior course, and the students come up with their own idea of what the problem that they're going to solve, or the product or the service that they're going to be dealing with. I will tell you right now, we have 9 patents in place from students in their capstone courses across the country.
I have one more for you. We don't even have the capstone, but I've got a kid that's got a product that we're trying to get patented right now.
Yeah, and that seems to be a pattern that it's building. It's very exciting. So another key part of this functional integrated system that we're talking about is our post-secondary partners, our affiliate universities. So Anthony?
Okay, well, Project Lead the Way, just a couple of things. One, it's doubled in New Mexico in the last year. We have 22 high schools participating. And in itself, it's great for New Mexico State University, because we have a vested interest in receiving those students that are going into engineering in high school. But on a bigger picture, and maybe a more important note, you know, Project Lead the Way, in my opinion, has really changed the landscape of New Mexico, because it's opened up new channels of communication between the universities, the community colleges, and the high schools. So, you know, I would say this movement of Project Lead the Way, starting with Paul, you know, maybe 6 years ago, and NMSU jumped on board about 3 years ago, it's really been a team effort from a lot of people making it work. And there's been a lot of people from the community colleges. We had new articulation agreements to New Mexico State through the community colleges, and new relationships with the high schools. So I'm not sure in the past how, you know, what drives a lot of things, but in today, you know, I would say Project Lead the Way is driving, you know, many new communication channels and new opportunities that didn't exist 5 years ago. So it's great to be involved. And New Mexico State's role, New Mexico State, signed on as a affiliate university, and our role is really to support this initiative across the state. We provide the certifications to the high schools. We provide the summer training institutes for the teachers. And it's been great to have NMSU contribute our component to help make this a success. So, and then when you go into the classroom, like when I go into the classroom and see the kids on the certifications, it's great to see the kids engaged, and it's really exciting. It kind of keeps me motivated to stay involved with it. So I think it's been good. And one last thing,